Good afternoon and happy homecoming. My name is Wes Hickman and I have the honor of serving your University of South Carolina Alumni Association as its Chief Executive Officer. While homecoming certainly looks a little different this year, one thing that hasn't changed is our commitment to recognizing our most distinguished alumni through the university's Alumni Awards process. This year's group of honorees represent the highest values and ideals of the University of South Carolina, and we are excited to share their stories with you. Annually, the Alumni Association undergoes an extensive process to recognize members of the alumni family who are making great achievements in their careers, communities, and the world around them as they have a positive impact on the lives of others. These awards are the highest honors given by our alma mater to alumni. Entrusted with this process is our awards committee, a group of esteemed alumni who review hundreds of nominations and supporting documentation to select the winners. I'd like to take the time now to thank the awards committee for the energy they put into selecting this year's awardees. Thank you to committee chairman DePaul Elliottombi, Forrest Alton, Mike Bond, Sonia Bookard, Brandon Bookstaver, Donna Pullen, Akil Ross, and Jennifer Wise. Before we introduce you to each award winner, President Caslin would like to share some congratulatory remarks to this year's group of recipients. Here's the 29th President of the University of South Carolina, Bob Caslin.
Thank you, Wes. Congratulations to all of our Outstanding Alumni Award recipients. To Donna Hooks, the Algernon Sydney Sullivan Award winner. To Patrick Dowdy, the Distinguished Alumnus Award winner. To Dr. J.R. Green, the Outstanding Black Alumnus Award winner. To Vanessa Vaughn Matthews, the Outstanding Young Alumnus Award winner, and Mr. Tommy Suggs, the Bethea Service Award winner. All of you are making a tremendous impact in your professional lives and your local communities, and your university is proud and delighted to celebrate your commitment to excellence. Whether it's through support of students through mentoring and scholarships, active participation in alumni events, financially supporting programs that give back to our university family, transforming your communities, or supporting our Gamecock athletic teams, you are moving our university forward in profound ways. The University of South Carolina is on a path to excellence, and your engagement plays an essential role in shaping our future. So congratulations again on these well-deserved awards. We are so proud you're part of our university family. Forever to thee.
Traditionally, we bring all of our awardees to campus for an interactive awards presentation and panel discussion. In the best interest of the health and safety of our awardees and staff, we have prepared video profiles on each award winner to give you a glimpse into their lives and accomplishments. In addition to our full video package, individual videos on each award winner will be shared on social media and online at UofSCalumni.org/awards. Let's get started. The Algernon Sydney Sullivan Award honors an outstanding graduate who has demonstrated noble character and acted as a humble servant, placing service to others before self-interest. The Sullivan Award is presented each year by more than 70 colleges and universities across the American South. The 2020 Algernon Sydney Sullivan Award winner is Donna Hooks. Since graduating from the University of South Carolina in December 1977, Donna has dedicated herself to serving students, educators, and her community. She worked for 36 years as a teacher and administrator in Horry County Schools, ending her career at national and state award-winning Burgess Elementary School, which she opened as principal in 2007. After retiring in 2014, Hooks continued to serve professionally in various roles, including administrator, consultant, mentor, adjunct university instructor, and executive director for the South Carolina Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development. She has served on many state and community boards, advising on educational issues, planning professional development opportunities, and advocating for educational reform at the local, state, and national levels. Hooks' passion is working with children and fellow educators wherever she is called. She has visited schools and collaborated with teachers, administrators across South Carolina and traveled internationally to serve on several Christian mission teams, including working in classrooms with Roma students and adults in Slovakia, training and sharing resources with teachers in Haiti, and teaching children in churches, schools, and orphanages in Ukraine. I hope you enjoy getting to know our 2020 Algernon Sydney Sullivan Awardee, Donna Hooks.
My name is Donna Hooks, and I'm a proud graduate of the University of South Carolina. I received my Bachelor of Arts in Education in December of 1977 and my Master's of Education in December of 1981. Well, as someone who's devoted my whole life to education, I think the first thing I think of when I think of education is hope. I've seen people from various backgrounds and different opportunities have a difference in their life because of the hope their education gave them. I saw that in my own family. My mother and father were both high school graduates, but neither one of them attended college, and they wanted very much for me and my brother to attend college, and I knew that my whole life. And so that opportunity that my education gave me because of the hope of my parents also gave me hope. I've had the opportunity to travel around the world and do some mission trips. I worked with teachers in Haiti. I worked with children in orphanages in the Ukraine, and I've been to Slovakia and worked with Roma children in dilapidated schools there. And wherever I went, I saw what education did for them. I saw the hope that they had because education gave them opportunities they would not otherwise have. Well, I think the lasting impact that the University of South Carolina had on my life was that sense of pride. I don't even know I realized it, except after I left there. A few years ago, I was on the Board of Trustees for the South Carolina School Improvement Council, and we had the opportunity to meet at Ward Law. And I'll never forget that day when I walked up to the front of Ward Law. I just got that feeling all over again when I was a student at Carolina. And I walked in those front doors. I have to tell you, first I stopped though and took a selfie because it was so exciting for me and put it on Facebook. It was just that feeling of pride that never goes away. It was there when I was an 18-year-old girl entering that campus. It's still there today anytime I ride through there. It's my university, and it just has impacted me forever. I think from my experience at the University of South Carolina, obviously what I'm most thankful for is the wonderful education that I received there. I had incredible professors, a wide range of studies that very much prepared me for my work and life as a teacher and as a school administrator, and even past that and the things I've done in retirement. So I just gleaned a wealth of knowledge there, obviously. And I think the other thing I'm most thankful for are the lifelong friendships that I formed at the University of South Carolina. People who I'm still friends with today. It's hard to describe just one moment in my career when I felt like I was doing the work that I loved. I guess the first thought that comes to mind is my very first day of teaching. I'd planned it all out in my head, but when you walked in that classroom and you got to interact with those children, it was just what I dreamed about when I was 7 years old playing school, in my bedroom with my dolls. I just knew. I knew that teaching was my calling and that I could make a difference in the life of children. What kept me motivated in my career as an educator was the children. There's just nothing like working with children each and every day. So as a teacher, I would have that opportunity in a classroom with a small group of children that I really got to bond with day in and day out. As an administrator, I got to interact with all the children in the school. I began each day walking on all the school buses and greeting the children and just, interacting with them. They kept me motivated.
The 2020 Outstanding Black Alumnus Award is presented to Dr. J.R. Green. This award honors a graduate who has uniquely distinguished themselves in their professional career, shown remarkable leadership capabilities, and positively impacted their community. A product of parents who instilled high values, especially to education, Dr. J.R. Green believes his purpose is to work with and inspire young people. Dr. Green began his duties as superintendent of Fairfield County Schools in July 2012 after a successful tenure as an assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction for the Chesterfield County School District. He spent several years as a principal in Pageland, South Carolina, after serving as both an assistant high school principal and a teacher. Dr. Green earned his doctorate in educational leadership, a Master of Arts degree, a Master of Education degree, and a Bachelor of Science degree, all from the University of South Carolina. A native South Carolinian, Dr. Green currently resides in Winnsboro with his wife, Tanya, and 3 daughters. He's an active member of many organizations, including the Omicron Iota Lambda chapter of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, Inc., Providence Health Board of Trustees, Board of Directors for Midlands Education and Business Alliance, Mount Pisgah Baptist Church, Bowtie Mentoring Club, and the Big Brothers Big Sisters Mentoring Organization. Dr. Green's philosophy is simply, do your best. I hope you will enjoy getting to know our 2020 Outstanding Black Alumnus, Dr. J.R. Green.
My name is J.R. Green, and I matriculated to the University of South Carolina in 1987, earned my first degree in 1991, earned an additional degree in 1994, earned my third degree in 1999, and finally my PhD in 2014. I am the superintendent of schools in Fairfield County. You know, I have always promoted the philosophy of doing your best because I do not subscribe to this perspective that success can only be obtained by a few. These arbitrary indicators that we define as being successful or not have to be redefined. And so I often tell my students that as long as you are doing your absolute best, you have reached your greatest potential, then you have experienced success. And it's not based on comparing you to other students, but comparing you against your very best potential. You know, education has been an integral part of my life for as long as I can remember. My mother is a retired teacher. But long before just thinking about my mother, I reflect back on my grandmother, who I spent a lot of time with. And I've often told people the story that when I was probably 10 or so years old, I realized that my grandmother never learned to read and write. And that experience forever left an indelible impression upon my life. And I realized that in order to honor her sacrifices, that I had to do my absolute best in all my education endeavors. It seems as if I have been at the University of South Carolina for most of my adult life. You know, several times people have asked me, where did you earn your additional degrees? And I tell them, at the University of South Carolina, where I started, the place where I felt most comfortable, the place where I saw that I could grow and develop not only as a young man, but also as a scholar. And so the University of South Carolina has been vitally important to my matriculation, not only as a person, but particularly as a professional. You know, what motivates me is the small part that I can play in helping to transform lives. You know, I'll tell you, when I was at the University of South Carolina, probably one of the most impactful decisions that I made was to become a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And I developed a network of brothers who supported me throughout my entire academic career, and quite honestly, even my professional career. You know, when I graduated from the University of South Carolina, I guess I never even envisioned that one day I would be a father and be a father of a daughter who would matriculate to my alma mater. But it gives me so much pride to be able to be a part of her experience at the university.
My name is Jamara Green. I am a sophomore at the University of South Carolina, and I'm the daughter of Dr. J.R. Green. My father influenced my decision to attend the University of South Carolina just by his relationships. I saw he developed meaningful relationships with other people who attended the university, and I saw he felt like the University of South Carolina was his home away from home, and I was excited to also develop that. This achievement makes me very proud of my dad. It just shows determination and persistence and natural leadership skills gets you far in life, and it's encouraging for me. I definitely want to be at that point in the future.
The 2020 Outstanding Young Alumnus Award is presented to Vanessa Vaughn Matthews. This award honors a graduate under 40 who represents the breadth and scope of new talent, has achieved extraordinary success in a chosen profession, and has significantly set him or herself apart from peers. As the founder and chief resilience officer of Asphalus Advisors, Vanessa helps business leaders prepare for, respond to, and recover from disruptions, and specializes in crisis management and business continuity. Prior to her current role, Vanessa worked with a Tier 1 intelligence agency and a Fortune 50 company. Vanessa's engagement with the community has earned her recognition at the local, national, and international levels. Matthews was appointed by the mayor of Charlotte to serve as the vice chairman of the advisory board for the Charlotte International Cabinet. The Mecklenburg Times recognized Vanessa as one of the 50 most influential women in Charlotte in 2020. The U.S. State Department recognized her as a Global Innovation Fellow. The United Kingdom's Acquisition International magazine named her as a finalist for the Best Female-Owned and Operated Small Businesses. Vanessa also co-owns and hosts the Business Resilience Decoded podcast. Additionally, Vanessa was the first female in the state of Georgia to graduate with a degree in Homeland Security and Emergency Management. Vanessa received her MBA from the Darla Moore School of Business in 2015. Enjoy learning a little bit more about our 2020 Young Alumnus Award winner, Vanessa Vaughn Matthews.
My name is Vanessa Vaughn Matthews. I graduated in 2015, and I am the founder and Chief Resilience Officer of Asphalus Advisors. The University of South Carolina impacted my life because it enabled me to meet people through friendships, partnerships, and relationships domestically and internationally. And the educational experience from USC allowed me to align my subject matter expertise in crisis management to the work in international business. And that has allowed me to become a business owner, and that's something that I enjoy. A special memory I have from the University of South Carolina is the international business trip I took in 2015 to Austria, Prague, Slovakia, and the pit stop we made in Amsterdam on the way back. It was a great opportunity to travel with our colleagues and our professors and to learn more about the industry and the economic development of those communities. And I also learned that people from USC are super smart, but we like to have a great time. So it was a really good experience. When I realized I was doing work that was meaningful in my career, I happened to be in the middle of a tornado with wind speeds exceeding 135 miles per hour that picked up my vehicle and totaled it while I was inside of it. And at the time, hypothetically, I was in the field of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. I had just experienced my own personal crisis. And then as a business owner, it's my job to help my clients and guide them through anything from a disruption to a crisis. So that was really where I took passion and took purpose, and I realized this is what I really want to do. What inspires me as a leader is to know that everything that I do really boils down to the vision that my husband and I have for our marriage, and that is to change the trajectory of our last name. And for us, that means a number of things. Sometimes it's about helping people in our family and in our community from an educational perspective, or it's about the financial literacy and how we make investments and how we grow as people. So I have been able to incorporate my experience and time from USC to the work I do now because USC is actually the birthplace of my business. So I took an independent study course with Dr. Robinson, and he helped me to apply my subject matter expertise in crisis management to the international business work that I did at the Moore School of Business, and that combined into the business that I now own today. And so I've been able to really reap the benefit of USC, not only from understanding the education behind it, but also how do you apply it and grow a successful business. What receiving this award means to me is it's a reminder of how important people are in our life and how we meet people along the way, but the impact that they make. And so being recognized by one of my peers, not only someone that I respect from the education, but also from a peer in the industry of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, really makes me proud, and it makes me really excited to be a part of the community from USC.
Our final award is a little different. The Paula Harper Bethea and William L. Bethea Service Award is presented every 2 years by the outgoing president of the Alumni Association's Board of Governors to an outstanding alumna or alumnus who is dedicated to enhancing the value of the university and making an impact on future generations of Gamecocks. This year, outgoing President Robert Dozier presents this award to Tommy Suggs. Tommy is president and CEO for the Carolinas region of Hub International. Previously, Tommy was president and CEO of Keenan Suggs, the largest independently owned insurance, risk management, and benefits company in the Carolinas, and spent 23 years in banking, ending his career with 12 years as Executive Vice President, Chief Banking Officer, and board member with South Carolina Federal Savings Bank. Tommy graduated from the University of South Carolina's Darla Moore School of Business with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. He also graduated from the School of Banking of the South at Louisiana State University, the National Commercial Lending Graduate School at the University of Oklahoma, and the Wharton School of Business Executive Education Program through the University of Pennsylvania. He received an honorary doctorate degree from the Darla Moore School of Business in 2011. Recently, Tommy was recognized by the Columbia Regional Business Report as a 2020 Business Icon, and he was awarded the Community Champion Award in the Icons division. Tommy was a starting quarterback for the University of South Carolina football team, and in 2012, his friends and family honored him by establishing the Tommy Suggs Endowed Quarterback Scholarship. He is married and has 2 children and 1 grandchild. Tommy has served as the president of the Greater Columbia Chamber of Commerce, South Carolina Nature Conservancy, Leadership Columbia, chairman of the Providence Hospital Foundation, and chair of the University of South Carolina's Development Foundation. Enjoy getting to know a familiar voice to all Gamecocks and this year's 2020 Bethea Service Award winner, Mr. Tommy Suggs.
My name is Tommy Suggs, and I graduated from the University of South Carolina in 1971. Well, I think when you look at giving back, and from my perspective, the university is just very, very important to me and my family, and it has been since I graduated from there. I love the place. It has given me more than I've given it. I love pressure. I love to have accountability. I love to make decisions. I love to be in the middle of it. I love seeing people grow. I love seeing companies grow. I love growing myself. I just love making decisions. And I don't mind the pressure at all. I just think that's part of it. In athletics, I played quarterback, I played shortstop, I played point guard in basketball. So that's always kind of where it is. And I've always been that way. So being a leader, I think, sometimes gets lonely, and because you're out there by yourself and you have to make tough decisions, but I like that. I like for people to depend on me, and I like to see things do well. I like to win, and I understand you have to lose sometimes too. So it's all part of leading, and I've learned that from the university. Those 4 years at the university were probably the most formative of my life to a large degree. I made great friendships. I learned a lot, and I had good mentors then, and I still had them when I got out of school, and I still have them now. And maybe a little mentoring back to some myself now too, but I just learned so much there. Made a lot of great friendships, a lot of connections over the years, and because of the university. I just continue to build off those, I think. So, you know, you spend 4 years and graduate from a university like South Carolina, it never leaves you. So that to me will always stay with me, and it will always be an important part of my life, my business life, my professional life, and have a meaningful part in it. I think you establish relationships wherever you go to school for 4 years, but I felt like the ones I established at the university could not have been any stronger or better. I start with my fraternity, my football team, just some great friendships there that I've had for years. And so all of those relationships have meant a lot to me over the years, professionally, personally. It is just who I am, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm so glad that I made that decision. I feel like from my perspective, a lot of the fun, memorable events were throughout the university, not just athletics. Getting a doctoral degree at the university was phenomenal, and I'm proud of that too, because the university is so big, so diverse, and I'm glad to participate on all sides of it in my mind. You know, what does it mean to be a Gamecock? To me, it means winning, patience, being proud of who you are, diversity, growth. It makes me feel good to say that I'm a Gamecock. And we've had a lot of fun with that over the years with other people and other universities and all, but it just means that you fight till you die. You don't give up. I've been involved with the Development Foundation for years, and was chair of it for a few years, and awfully proud of what I've been able to do there and what the foundation's done. We've done things like the UofSC. We've done the new dorms on Lincoln Street. We actually acquired the property that all the fraternity and sorority houses are on now. And we did the Story Engineering Center with IBM is now there. So just a lot of things the foundations have done over the years that somewhat go unnoticed a lot of times, but it has a major impact on the university and helping it grow. What makes me excited for the university is that there is a forward-thinking part of our university. It is diverse, it is growing, it understands now, and I think it didn't for a while. It understands now the impact it can have on the state and what it means to be an outreach university to help the entire population in our state and beyond out there. So that to me is exciting. That to me means that this university is poised to take off. It's very special. And I have people in my business that come to the university from all over the country, and they're shocked when they go to it and look at it, ride the campus, see how beautiful it is, and the friendliness of the people. So it's a tremendous place to go to school, a tremendous place to go to school.
Thank you for joining us to learn about and celebrate our 2020 alumni winners. As you can see, these award winners represent the very best of the University of South Carolina. To our awardees, thank you for setting a great example of what it means to be a Gamecock and the value that a University of South Carolina degree holds. Do you have a Gamecock in mind for our 2021 award recognition? The 2021 nomination form will open on January 1st, so stay tuned to UofSCalumni.org for more information on how to nominate an incredible Gamecock in your life. Although we can't be together in person this year, we hope you still feel a piece of home through our virtual programming that will continue throughout the fall semester. Follow us on social media at UofSC Alumni, or visit UofSCalumni.org/events for all of our upcoming activities. Stay safe and go Gamecocks!